Okay, now I'm just going to give you some examples of finding the area of an isosceles triangle. So hopefully you remember that the properties of isosceles triangle mean that these two sides are the same length, which also means that this angle in here and this angle in here are equal to each other. Now, that also means that if I then put down a perpendicular line, it's not a very straight line, but we create two triangles. That then means that this angle in here and this angle in here are equal to each other, which means that these two triangles here that we end up creating are congruent from the ASA rule, angle side angle, which means that we can then sort of say, well, if this is one triangle and this is the identical triangle, we can now work out the area of the whole thing by taking the height multiplied by the base. So in order to do that, we can draw the triangle separately because it's always better just to come to the side and recreate what you're needing to draw. We've got an 8 there, which is on the hypotenuse, and we've got 12 down the bottom, but because that's half, it's going to be 6. So the height we need to work out, but remember that because we're pointing at this, we can use a bit of Pythagoras. Pythagoras said that the two shorter sides, so h squared plus 6 squared, the two shorter sides squared added together, is equal to the longer side squared, which is 8 squared. We can then work this out. So we've got h squared is equal to 64 minus 36. And we can then put this in our calculator. So if we just do 64 take away 36, we get 28, and then we've got to take the square root of 28. So we take the square root of 28, which means that we get the answer 2 root 7, or so 2 root 7, which is also 5.29. So on, but I'm going to leave it as 2 root 7 because it's better to work with a degree of accuracy, and if you start rounding then you start losing some of your accuracy. So area of a triangle is equal to the half times by the base times by the height, and we've got half times by the base. Now the base of this triangle, we're talking about the whole triangle here, so the base is 12. You could split into two triangles, but we may as well just work it out for the whole triangle. So half of the base, half of 12, times by the perpendicular height, which is 2 root 7. So I'm going to just do the 2 root 7 multiplied by 12 times by 0.5. And we end up with 12 root 7. And this time, because it's a final answer, we're looking for area 31 point, and we'll just go for 7 to 1 decimal place, and it's centimetre squared. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you just to go on and do these other questions. So there's 5 questions to do. Once you get to question 6, it's obviously additional work. So it's just saying, can you find an isosceles triangle with the same perimeter but a larger area? And can you generalize your finding? So it'll be interesting to see if any of you can come up with something about B and C. Don't worry if you can't do that, that's just additional work. The answers are also muddled. Now that's only for the core questions, so you'll notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 answers. If I just go back, there's 3 questions there, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7 bits. So if you don't get the answers on the back, then try them again, see that you don't make a mistake. But if you still can't get it, then either just let me know and I'll just double check that my answers are correct. Okay.